Hello everybody on YouTube, it's Xaldin here, the Magician Master 100, known as the Master of all Spellcasters. Well, it's 3 more days till Christmas. So, how about another Christmas review? And of course, judging by what the video is called, yes, I am going to be reviewing one of the worst shows that Cartoon Network currently has right now. Teen Titans Go. My God, is this show awful? I'm sorry. For those of you who happen to like Teen Titans Go, I am sorry to say this, but it is terrible. The animation's not good. The characters are off. The producers are kind of assholes because they laugh at everything. I mean, literally, if you watch an interview, both the first and the second interview, well, mostly the second interview, they laugh at everything, even though nobody said a joke. It's like they, sniffed a bunch of laughing gas before they start getting to an interview, and they think their jokes are funny. And they also literally said in our faces they were never going to make a season 6 of Teen Titans. That made me raged. I was so pissed. I was so mad that they said that in our faces, and they were basically telling us, basically they're spelling it out. Get used to it, kids. We're never going to make a season 6. This is the new Teen Titans. Deal with it. That's what they're probably basically saying it straight in our faces. And of course, they had a Christmas special. They call it The Second Christmas. Oh God, the title even sounds kind of bad too. Well, I'm going to talk about The Second Christmas. The story starts out with, of course, at the Titans Tower. As obvious, most Teen Titans episodes start at the Titans Tower. Well, not most every Titans episode. Anyway, the decorations were up, the tree was up, and of course, the Titans got all happy and excited for Christmas. They all got up and had somewhat of a Christmas montage, as in opening gifts. They had the ugly sweaters they wore, and they thought, oh my God, how ugly is this sweater? And of course, I guess some Christmas sweaters can be pretty ugly. I'm sorry to say that. If for those of you who happen to wear certain Christmas sweaters for your, I'm sorry. And of course, they had a Christmas dinner, and after that, they hang out in the snow and all that. I know I kind of gotten all mixed up, but I don't care. It's still bad of an episode. So they all got all happy and excited, saying, and we love Christmas. The next morning, somehow the snow melts. If you look closely at the episode, you see a snowman and some snow on the tower, and then, the next morning, the snow is already gone from the tower, and the snow melts. Okay, here's the thing. When would the snow melt on the day after Christmas? When would it melt? I mean, it's supposed to be winter. I mean, if the snow melts on the day after Christmas and we had no more snow, that doesn't kind of make any biological sense. Unless it's global warming, then it's no biological sense to it. So after that, most of the Titans were bummed out except for Robin at first. Well, maybe not at first. And of course, Beast Boy says no more cookies. Cyborg says no more milk, and Raven says no more presents. Robin takes down the gifts in the Christmas tree, and of course Starfire gets ready to celebrate her own second Christmas as well. I don't really care what it was called. It's still, a made-up, holiday that, the producers or whoever wrote this probably wanted to make for Starfire's, for Tamaran, basically. Look, it's still no excuse for being a bad episode or being a bad series. And of course, the Titans wish, Cyborg, Beast Boy, and Raven, wish that there was a second Christmas. And of course, Starfire misheard them, and of course, saying there's a second Christmas? And of course, this part is kind of a BS move on them, saying, oh yeah, there's a second Christmas, alright. And of course, Santa doesn't come. because we have a second Santa. He's tall, skinny, wears green in tracksuit, wears boots, wears a headband, and has a jetpack. Yeah, and of course a full Starfire thing, and there's a second Christmas. And of course, says you gotta put up more decorations than we ever had, make us a second Christmas dinner, and buys even more gifts. God, that was very very bad. And of course, Starfire confronts Robin and asks, "Is there a second Christmas?" Robin says, "No, there is no second Christmas. It's all a lie." But of course, they gotta make Starfire look like the dummy of the group now, thanks to this series, and somewhat gullible. And of course, Beast Boy says, "No, don't believe him. He's the second Christmas grouch. Every time he wants you to not believe on second Christmas, just punch him in the face." And of course, Starfire obviously believes and punches Robin in the face. And then going through another montage of, their second Christmas. So Starfire puts up, double the the decorations. Has another, Christmas dinner. Basically burritos, hamburgers, and what else? I don't care. But there's a slight problem. Beast Boy was supposed to be a vegetarian. They do know that, right? I mean, in the first Christmas dinner they had tofu, but yet when there was more meat products, I mean, even a burrito would probably have some meat. I mean, it would be nice if they explained that if it was if there really is something that has to relate with tofu or something like that, because Beast Boy is a vegetarian. So after that, they open their gifts, they are all happy, and of course sing a little second Christmas carol and punch Robin again. Ha 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 ha. After that, they were all glad they had their second Christmas. And of course, they were thinking about hitting the hay, but of course Starfire wants to wait until until the second Santa comes. Oh, and of course, I almost forgot, there's a narrator and a second Christmas kite. How can you fly a kite when it snows outside? Or when it's winter? Do you ever think of that? Of course, it's Teen Titans Go. It's really that bad. So, after that, Robin was thinking, the Titans telling them the truth. They were going to tell her the truth at first, but of course they were thinking, screw it, let's not tell her. So she waits on the roof with the Christmas kite and waits for the second Santa to come. And of course, a light comes up, and she thought it was second Santa. But it turned out it was the Titans, and Robin says, tell her the truth. So the Titans finally confess that they lied to her just because they wanted more food and, of course, more gifts. And, of course, Starfire seems sad at first, like in tears, kind of sad. And until she gets all raged and angry and mad. And starts throwing snowballs combined with her, fire bolts. Those green fire bolts she basically launches. Back at, the old awesome Teen Titans that we all loved. So after that, she was... The generator, of course, I almost forgot to mention, thanks to all the lights that Starfire put up, the generator couldn't take it, and after that, they had an explosion, thinking it was second Santa coming. And of course, in the next scene, they had been in the hospital. And, of course, it turns out they were in a coma for, 363 days. Alright. I know I'm nitpicking here, and I know it's the Teen Titans, but you would think, if they're in a coma, they would unplug them by now. Like I said, I know it's the Teen Titans. You would really want to keep them alive as much as possible to see if they do come alive, so they can be able to save the city. And another thing, if they were in a coma for that long, like almost a year, wouldn't the villains take an opportunity to, oh, I don't know, destroy the city? I mean, yes, there's other Titans and other superheroes, but in that particular city, you would think there would at least be some villains trying to be taken over by now. I'm just saying, you gotta have to think about it that way. And of course, they think of it as their second Christmas miracle. So basically, they were making all this build-up for this second Christmas miracle. And of course, the narrator, turns out it was the second Santa. What do I have to say about this episode? It was the worst episode ever! I mean, seriously, this is awful! It was stupid! It was so bad! Oh my god, it was so bad! All this build-up and this everything, it was stupid! I mean, seriously, basically, the moral of the story is you lie to your friends, ruin their second Christmas, or their own holiday, and you get a second Christmas miracle? Is that the build-up? Is that the moral of the story? I mean, at least other Christmas specials actually have a moral to it. A good moral to it. Like, for example, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Not the live-action one, the animated one. At least they had a good moral. That Christmas does not come from a store. You can't just take Christmas away. You can take the gifts. You can take the Christmas trees and the decorations and the lights, but it would still never take Christmas away. That was a good moral as well. And of course, Ed and Eddie. I mean, back in the day when, when Cartoon Network was at its greatest, when they actually had a Christmas special for Ed and Eddie, that was a good moral to the story. The episode may have some couple of moments where you feel like you want to nitpick at it, and of course some other moments, but it was still a good story. And of course the lesson was good. And of course, it really got into the Christmas spirit. But this, the beginning and the end are okay, but the middle is terrible. So, thanks for watching. Sorry about the whole rage thing, but that's how I feel about Teen Titans Go. It's stupid, it sucks, the animation's bad, and the characters are off. I'm glad they have the same voice actors for your favorite characters from the original Teen Titans that most of you are used to from Cartoon Network, not from the comic book series. But however, this doesn't excuse it for being bad. So thanks for watching. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Kwanzaa, and Happy whatever holiday you celebrate in the month of December. Hope to see you in my, last review, Christmas review. See ya!